Andy.
Yes, Jane.
I'm back from the European Space Agency's
Hooray.
European Astronaut Centre.
Good.
I'm going to do all the astronaut training and I'm going to be fully prepared to represent humanity. So I'll see you on the other side of my astronaut training. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Did you learn to go into space?
I somewhat learned how to go into space, and I'm back with the knowledge I've gathered.
And alien parasites.
I would like to talk about the things that you need to be a Mass Effect Andromeda Pathfinder
Wow, okay.
or an astronaut.
It's quite a long list.
First of all, Andy,
Yes, Jane.
to be Pathfinder, you
Okay.
are going to need physical endurance.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're going to need stamina, physical fitness.
No, all my weaknesses.
So on the International Space Station, they do 2 hours of exercise a day.
Oh man.
And that isn't even like to get super hench. That is just to mitigate the effects of weightlessness,
That's more than
which
The Rock does.
like deteriorates your muscle and bone.
Yeah.
Because there's no gravity acting on you.
Oh, so like when you're being acted on by gravity, you're always doing tiny workouts.
Well,
when you
as in
move
it is a
around.
lot harder to work out under gravity than it is
Man.
in
So
no gravity.
So I have been working out.
Yeah, so I did a vertical treadmill while I was at the
whoa.
German Space Agency's sort of Space Medicine Centre, which is near the European Astronaut Centre.
We need to talk about
run
this
by
treadmill.
ESA. Yeah, so it's a treadmill, but you
Right.
run upwards. So you're in like a dangly harness deal, lying down, which is very comfortable until they wheel the gurney away, and then you're suspended, and they press you onto the treadmill with your back to the floor, and you're running up a treadmill.
But what's the benefit of that?
Okay, so that is about simulating real running on the International Space Station. It's the kind of exercise they would do in a microgravity, weightless environment.
What did it feel like? Was it weird?
It was really hard. It felt like running with a really heavy pack on because obviously there's actual Earth gravity,
Yeah.
and then there's this kind of like lateral kind of pressing down onto the treadmill. Who could have guessed that running upwards up a vertical like incline is completely difficult? Yeah,
How
it was
long did you
very
have
good
to-
cardio. Very
How long
good
did you have to
cardio.
do it for?
No, I didn't do it for a really long time, but we did get up to like 10k, not this distance, speed.
Oh, right, okay.
I didn't do it for vertical 10k.
I did a 10K.
No, we did 10 kilometres an hour.
I would definitely
vertically.
sponsor you for that.
Obviously, they've sorted out artificial gravity by the time of Mass Effect Andromeda, so that's not so much of an issue, but obviously Ryder is always jogging around, always punching
Yeah.
reporters, maybe,
That's
if he's anything like Shepard,
Really
she's
good for
anything like Shepard.
the upper body.
So Ryder has to be physically fit, an astronaut has to be physically fit. I am also provably physically fit and ready to go and be a space rider. Can we call it Space Rider?
Space
A Pathfinder. I'm calling him her.
Space Rider.
Jane,
Yeah.
I want you to attach a waste tether on the platform.
A waste tether. Okay.
Yeah, it's exactly yeah.
Da kommt Luft raus.
Okay, stand by. Okay, good.
Another thing, Andy,
Yes.
you will require to be the Mass Effect Andromeda
Okay.
Pathfinder, or just an astronaut, you know, that's pretty good too,
Yeah.
is you need great communication skills.
Oh no.
How do you feel about that?
Not great.
You're communicating with me right now.
Well, yeah, but badly.
Nah.
I'm failing all of these tests
Nah.
already. Okay, so
Nah.
you need to be able to work well with other people
Yes.
under
Get
pressure
your point across, yeah.
and
So-
articulate good word order.
Exactly
thing.
like this. He's ready, Issa.
Welcome.
Bring
Yeah.
him in. So,
Send me to space.
so Mass
What's wrong?
Effect
You're afraid?
Andromeda.
Don't worry, I'm threatening the European Space Agency.
I found communication to be extremely important when we did this simulated spacewalk,
Ah,
which I
okay.
think I sent you some pictures.
Is this when you're in
of-
the swimming pool?
This was in the swimming pool. So they've got the Neutral Buoyancy Facility,
Right.
which is the science way of saying really big swimming pool
Nice.
with like a fake space station module on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
So it's a 10-meter deep swimming pool with a Columbus module. The Columbus module is like a scientific laboratory module from the International Space Station. I don't have a scuba diving license, so I wasn't allowed to descend to the full 10 meters.
Oh, man.
I was like 2 meters down in my fake spacesuit.
You're like space snorkeling.
I wasn't snorkeling. I was in the full gear. It was so heavy, and it was so claustrophobic, and it was really intense, actually.
Okay.
As I hope you can imagine.
But your communication skills didn't suffer.
Well, they suffered a bit.
Okay.
Attention divers, platform is moving down.
And Jane, you can hold yourself to an handrail.
Because it turns out scuba diving is really noisy. It just sounds like you are inside Darth Vader's very own face mask.
Yeah. Right.
I don't hear that, so I'm going to hold my breath for a while. I hope you say something.
The bag is on your right side. You see the bag?
Yep.
Okay.
You've got the IV, that's the guy on the other end of the line who's still safe inside the spacecraft.
Living it up in there.
Living it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they're not going to die in the vacuum of space. That's the one relaying your instructions.
EV1 and EV2, check that both locking mechanisms on the structure are in O position.
Check. Confirm.
Shall I tell you what we did?
Yes.
We were actually on a diving platform that was meant to represent the outer surface of the International Space Station. And we were installing an antenna,
Right.
a potentially dangerous antenna.
Okay.
And we totally did it.
Confirm.
You can get irradiated by the antenna.
It wasn't like genuinely a dangerous like wave emitting antenna.
But I mean, in space, you could get irradiated.
Oh
by
yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, the part of the procedure was like, get out of the KOZ, the keep out zone is what we astronauts call
Yes,
that,
oh my
Andy.
God.
EV1 and EV2 move away from antenna near field.
Get out of the keep out zone so we can turn the antenna on you guys.
Is that why you were saying that when I was in the biscuit tin earlier?
That's the keep out zone.
Get out of the
Andy.
KOZ,
The
Andy.
KOZ. Dangerous radiation in the KOZ.
Hey guys, we have good news for you. We received the telemetry. Well done.
Right.
Yoo-hoo!
Woo! Thanks, Andy. You're the best.
My point is obviously the importance of clear communication in space.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how will your teammates know that you want them to biotic charge that guy?
Yeah.
Throw that guy.
Throw a grenade at that
Shoot the
guy.
hell out of that other guy.
Yeah.
Andy,
Yes.
have I ever told you about the importance of teamwork?
I mean, yes, you have
Several times, just this morning.
Just
Well,
constantly
good,
shouting
because it's another
about it.
property of a really effective Pathfinder.
Oh no, but you
Or
hate
ESA
teamwork.
astronauts.
How did you do with that? You hate all teams.
I
Working.
don't. I never said I hated teamwork.
Your teamwork. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. Lone Wolf Jane's teamwork is how we solve this problem.
I'm blaming my co-pilot. You know, I was doing all the things, couldn't control the speed.
I totally use teamwork in the Soyuz simulation. The Soyuz capsule is a Russian craft, and it docks with the International Space Station. At the moment, that is the only way to get to the International Space Station because the US Space Shuttle is at the moment not a thing. So the Soyuz descent module, part
Yes.
of the Soyuz craft, that
I remember it from the Sandra Bullock movie.
yeah, everything's in Russian. Everything legitimately is in Russian on it. You have to learn how to read the
How is your Russian?
Russian. It's just superb.
Good working knowledge.
As long as you have no further questions.
No follow-up.
My Russian is fluent. We use teamwork because one of you does the little twiddly knob things, and
Right.
the other one does the kind of the gas, like more gas, less gas. Well,
Okay.
It's like a flight sim. Right, we're closing. 26 meters, 25 meters.
Okay, you can slow it down a little bit. I'm going to
Slow
shift
down
this
a
to the
little.
right.
Just like a really, really difficult, awkward Russian-only flight sim. There's 3 people inside the little Soyuz module, but they'd all have to be human-sized, so it wouldn't work in a Mass Effect scenario.
Oh, how
Krogan would definitely not fit in the Soyuz descent
What's
module.
the height limit for a Soyuz?
6'3".
6'3". So
Yeah.
yeah, Krogan
No
luck with a
chance.
Krogan.
Even
Probably Garrus.
Turians,
Yeah,
right?
Garrus
Turians are going to
wouldn't-
be like well over 6'3".
Yeah.
So obviously we're going to have to do something about the Soyuz module by the time Mass Effect era rolls around, because they're never going to get into this thing which is like 2 meters wide by 2 meters tall. It's not good. You have to spend like somewhere to get from Earth to the ISS in a Soyuz craft. It's going to take maybe like 2 days.
2 days. Oh, and
That's
you're all,
the slowest
you're all
way up there.
You're all cramped in
yeah,
there.
just like getting up into orbit to meet the ISS.
So that's where the teamwork stuff comes in as well, because you need to not murder each other
Not
for
to murder
2
everyone.
days
You
in
need
a
to
cramped.
clearly communicate, don't murder me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, if any of you, like George Clooney, needs to go out into space and just float off,
We'll understand.
you need to, yeah.
Because then I can put my feet up on your seat, George Clooney.
Yeah.
Actually, they don't spend 2 days getting to the ISS now. They use a much shorter way about it.
Teleporters.
No.
Oh.
I think it's like 4 to 6 hours, something thereabouts.
that's-
Obviously way more intense and more physically demanding. It's actually quicker than getting to New
really
York.
quick.
You could be at the ISS.
Quicker than driving to Edinburgh from London.
There we go. So convenient
Yeah.
these days.
It would have been a
Really
valiant
good flames,
effort.
yeah.
Good
At least we
flames.
took the ISS with us. Welcome to the NBHAB, the DLR facility. I'm in the spinning chair right now. How many rotations are we doing?
250 degrees per second.
250 degrees per second, like it's nothing. Another thing I learned about being the Pathfinder,
Yeah.
Andy, was that you need a strong stomach.
Oh, that's good.
You
You got a strong stomach.
to
I've
be
hardly ever
Pathfinder.
seen you throw up.
Yeah, I can eat almost all things. So I am good to go. I hope you're taking
Already
notes.
ahead of the game.
Yeah, Andromeda Initiative.
You
I
got to
hope-
eat some astronaut food.
I did eat. It wasn't actually that nice. You know how you think astronaut food is all just like ice cream, just
Freeze-dried ice cream?
It wasn't. It was like astronaut quinoa.
It's from quinoa.
Yeah, you thought go to space. I'll get away from this quinoa thing.
Yeah.
This fad.
Space
no,
potatoes, that's all
Quinoa's
I'm
made
eating.
it to space. You need a strong stomach.
Yeah.
Because you might have to eat weird alien food and
Yeah.
be polite and not like vomit back up. You know, that would be very
would-
undiplomatic.
Unless that's how
for
they
Ryder
communicate in
to
that
do.
alien
I
civilization
hadn't
by
thought of
vomiting.
that.
It's like, you honour us with your vomit, Ryder. And he's like, good, that was lucky.
Okay.
Because
Because that's what I was
Yeah.
going to do anyway. All right, in that scenario, Andy,
you can't assume cultural norms, Jane,
I'm going to need you on hand to do the
because your stomach is too strong.
too strong. I'm
Too
going to need
strong.
Andy to do the diplomatic vomiting
Can do.
in that scenario.
I knew I would bring something to this mission. And here it is.
But I provably have a strong stomach because I totally did the rotational chair, the spinning chair.
Yep.
Yeah,
In the footage we have of you on that, you don't vomit.
I do not vomit.
In the footage available to us to view, you do not vomit.
It's proof. I'm going for the GoPro.
Oh, that's so weird.
Oh god, if you vomited on that though, it would just like coat the room in one rotation.
Oh god, like a sprinkler. To be honest though, I think in that situation, I would have died before I allowed myself to be sick. Because it would have been so embarrassing. It would have been so humiliating.
More embarrassing than dying in the chair.
Dying in like a rotational astronaut chair would be badass.
I guess that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that would be fine.
Yeah.
Be like Jane died spinning in an astronaut chair. Cool.
pretty good.
Like the gypsy woman foretold. Yeah, there would have been some social embarrassment around vomiting
in the astronaut chair.
the astronaut chair. And I mean, I'm all about avoiding social embarrassment. That's like my prime directive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, strong stomach, literally and figuratively, I can make the hard decisions
Yeah.
to endanger or not many lives for
Yeah,
the greater good.
genophage a race of aliens.
Yeah, you need a strong
For
stomach for that
example.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready?
Brace.
And stop.
Whoa.
Okay, go. Okay. Did you lose the sense of hanging?
Yeah. Finally, Andy, the
Yeah.
most important.
Well, I feel
thing,
like I'm doing quite badly up
arguably.
to this point. So
Okay, well-
here's hoping this last one,
Gonna knock it out of the park
Something like
with this last requirement.
really
for
liking hamburgers. or-
Pathfinder. The last and most important requirement for being an astronaut
Okay.
and also being Pathfinder.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Being called
is-
Andy. Having a beard.
No, we were talking to some actual astronauts. So this was Luca Parmitano and Matthias Maurer. And they were talking about why they do what they do, what inspired them to to go into space.
Okay.
And they were talking pretty inspiringly just about how the will to explore is in our very makeup. You already qualify because
Yes.
just the instinct to push and
I
explore
knew it.
and see what's over the horizon is already within you.
That's good. Sometimes
Yeah.
when I'm walking home, I'll just take a different route for no
That's
reason, just to see
exactly what you need.
just to see what's down
Yeah.
another street.
Yeah.
It's usually not as good as my usual route, but the will to explore is within me.
Right,
I
so
knew
that
it.
is crucial, and you have it. I believe that you have that. I asked these astronauts because they should know
Yeah.
whether by the year 2185, which is when Mass Effect Andromeda takes place, we will have the technology to send a 600-year voyage into space to the nearby galaxy.
And they said,
One of them was quite optimistic. So Matthias Maurer,
yeah.
the German astronaut, he was quite optimistic about the chances of, in 200 years, say, we might be quite far along with spaceflight. He was like, well, look at commercial aviation.
No, I mean, Lindbergh only flew across the Atlantic in the late 1920s.
Thank you. So yeah, not even 100 years ago, it would have been unthinkable to be doing these kind of long-haul flights just for leisure purposes. And he's like, 200 years? You might be surprised in the way progress kind of outstrips people's expectations. The other guy, the other astronaut, Luca Parmitano, he was a little more skeptical. Not at the idea that we would venture into space, obviously, but he was saying that the challenge of spaceflight and space travel generally is like exponentially more difficult and expensive.
So it was inspirational about humanity's quest to explore.
It really was inspiring to meet actual astronauts who have been and will be going on real space flights and also real spacewalks. The shit, that guy's hand, like he's been to space.
That hand's been in
Yeah.
space.
Congratulations at the end of the training.
It's been a hard, long road, but I'm ready.
Those are all the things that you might need to become a Mass Effect Pathfinder. Or an astronaut even. That's just as good and also real. Between now and 2185,
It's a long time.
why not kill some time with some outside Xbox videos?
You need to kill a lot of time, so you're
Yeah.
going to need to watch a lot of videos.
Yeah, like end to end,
Yeah.
all the videos a few times.
Yeah.
So go for it. Up here, outside Xbox videos.
Yeah.
Down here, outside extra videos.
And currently over Jane's face is a
What?
subscribe button.
Here we go.
So
Subscribe globe.
subscribe
Click on this.
for more exciting space chat
Yeah.
of this caliber.
Yeah.